Hi guys, sorry I couldn't be with you today. I'm going to finish the PowerPoint that we started yesterday, and you can start on the Math Excel assignment 13.4 auto insurance once I'm done with the presentation here. So I'm going to do a quick flyover of what we talked about yesterday and then finish up the information on auto insurance. So yesterday we talked about the things that factor into the cost of your auto insurance, and those are listed here. Big things are location, age, gender, and miles driven, also your driving record. Liability insurance pays for you injuring somebody else in an accident, and it's expressed as a fraction. The first number is how much each individual that is injured could possibly receive. The second number in the fraction is the total amount the insurance company will pay for any given accident. And then your liability also carries a small medical insurance for any of your medical needs caused by that accident. But remember, that's a small number because they're expecting your health insurance to cover most of your injuries. Here's an example of a premium table. So we can look at the territory, the liability amount that you want to carry, and then find the costs per year for that particular coverage. And we looked at this example with Martha Spencer yesterday. She wants 100,000, 300,000 coverage. She lives in Territory 2, so her cost per year is $378, and it includes a $5,000 medical insurance coverage for herself. Then we looked at property damage, and this is exactly what it sounds like. It's when you damage somebody else's property, whether it be their vehicle, their fence, their yard, their signs, if it's a business, anything like that. If you damage that and it's your fault, then your property damage coverage would pay for that damage. And again, here's a premium table. It's based on territory, based on the amount of coverage that you choose. Using Martha's as an example again, she lives in Territory 2 and wants $50,000 worth of coverage. So Territory 2, 50,000, those two, that row and column meet at $223 per year. So that will be your cost for the property damage insurance. And that's where we left off yesterday. So today we need to talk about comprehensive, collision, and a couple other things related to auto insurance. Comprehensive insurance pays for damages to your vehicle. If you cause an accident, or if there's a fire, let me back up. If there's a fire, theft, or vandalism to your vehicle, or accident like a tree falling on it, then your comprehensive coverage will pay for those damages. Collision, on the other hand, is when you are involved in an accident, you caused the accident, you have damages to your vehicle, then your collision coverage will repair your vehicle. Not the other person's vehicle, but your own. Your liability, your property damage covers the other person's vehicle. Your comprehensive and collision will have a deductible. What a deductible is the amount that you have to pay before the insurance company starts paying for the damages. So, for example, if you have a $500 deductible on your comprehensive and collision, and you only have $300 worth of damage, you're going to pay for all $300. But if you have $3,000 worth of damage on your car, you'll pay $500, and the insurance company will pay the rest. So you pay the deductible, and then the insurance company pays the balance. Now, this table is actually a double table. I'm going to draw a line here to show you what I'm talking about. If you take and draw a line right here, actually, I'm going to draw one over here too. Whoop, don't want to do that. It makes this table easier to understand by drawing those vertical lines. So the first box is the territory and the age group. Now, age group is not the person's age, it's the age of the vehicle. So if you have a 3-year-old vehicle, you're going to be using row 3. So a 3-year-old vehicle, you're going to be using this row. All right. And if you live in Territory 1 and you have a 3-year-old vehicle, you'll be pricing your comprehensive and collision insurance based on that row that I underlined. The symbol is the type of vehicle you have, and they've just got 3 symbols here: symbol 6, symbol 7, symbol 8. And if you notice, the cost for those symbols go up. So chances are symbol 6 is basically like a small vehicle, a sedan of some sort. Symbol 7 might be a more expensive sedan style, and symbol 8 might be like an SUV. So the cost is going up based on the value of the car. So those are the things that you have to factor into pricing your comprehensive insurance. So if you have a symbol 7 vehicle and you have a 3-year-old vehicle, your comprehensive insurance cost will be $56, and your collision will be $147. So you would add those two together to get the cost of your comprehensive and collision. And notice that the deductible on both of those is $1,000. So in either case, if a tree branch falls on your car and it damages your car, you'll pay the first $1,000, and then the insurance company would pick up after that. If you're in an accident, then you will pay the first $1,000. The insurance company will pick up the cost after that. Now, when you are buying insurance, you get to select the deductible that you want for your coverage. So you can have, probably some companies even offer a 0 deductible up to like 3,000 or 4,000. The higher your deductible, the cheaper your insurance will be, because you're taking on some of the responsibility of any damages that might be created. So the insurance company reduces your cost because of that. So that's how you read that table. This is probably the trickiest table on the auto insurance thing. So make sure you understand that it's divided like that. And I'll give you guys printed copies of these tables once I get back. So here's an example. Martha, again, she lives in Territory 2. She has a 2-year-old minivan, and the minivan is a symbol 8. Use the comprehensive and collision insurance table to calculate the costs for her coverage. So her comprehensive coverage, she lives in Territory 2, symbol 8 vehicle, and it's a 2-year-old vehicle? I forget already. Yeah, a 2-year-old minivan, so it's 2 years old. So that is how they got the $68. And then her collision, Territory 2, 2-year-old vehicle, symbol 8, $98. So that's how they got $68 and the $98. Now, some states are called no-fault insurance states. Ohio is not a no-fault insurance state. In a no-fault insurance state, basically, they don't try to figure out whose fault it was in the accident. Each individual person's insurance will pay for damages to their car, and not one person pay for both vehicle damage. The thinking behind that is, if we don't have to go to court to figure out who's at fault, it's going to save a lot of money and a lot of time. People will get their vehicles repaired more quickly, and we just save a lot of hassle with the court system. I'm pretty sure Michigan is in a no-fault insurance state. So if you live in Michigan and you're buying auto insurance, your insurance is going to repair your vehicle regardless of who caused the accident. Now, that obviously is going to change the price structure for insurance in those no-fault states compared to what we have in Ohio. But Ohio is not a no-fault state. They do determine whose fault the accident was, and charge the insurance company of the person at fault. All right, another type of insurance that you can include in your auto insurance is uninsured and underinsured motorists. So basically, in the state of Ohio, you are required to carry insurance, but we all know there are people out on the roads who are not carrying insurance, or they're carrying state minimum insurance, and damages to your vehicle may be more than the state minimum, or your injuries may be more than the state minimum. So if they can't pay for that out of their own bank account, you're left with the bill, or left with trying to get them to pay through a lawsuit. Your uninsured, underinsured motorist insurance coverage basically fills that gap. If you are injured and the person that caused the accident doesn't have proper insurance and doesn't have the money to pay for your injuries, your uninsured motorist insurance kicks in and pays for your costs. And then what's going to happen is the insurance company is going to go after that other person and try to get some money out of them to pay for it. But at least you don't have to worry about that. It's on the insurance company to try to recover the money that the other person should have paid. So that's uninsured and underinsured motorists. And again, there's a pricing table for that. For example, Martha Spencer, she lives in Territory 2, and she wants the uninsured insurance coverage. So that's Territory 2, costs her $219. The next factor in your auto insurance is the youthful operator, and we talked a little bit about that. When you're under age 25, you are going to pay a higher premium just because you are more likely to be in an accident. So they multiply the cost of insurance by what's called a youthful operator factor. So here's an example. Janet lives in Territory 4. She's 22 years old, has had driver's training, has never received a ticket or been involved in an accident, and drives a 5-year-old vehicle with symbol 7. She wants $2,550 liability policy and a $2,000 in medical payments. So we're going to do the whole scenario here of what she wants for her insurance coverage. So when we go to the tables and we look it up, on each of the tables that we've looked at, her liability for a $2,550 liability costs $362 a year. $10,000 of property damage for her area is $185. Her comprehensive and collision insurance, based on the type of vehicle and where she lives, is $38.84. And she wants the uninsured motorist, so that's $285. You add all those together, and if she was over age 25, it would cost her $954. But she is only age 22. So at the bottom here, you see the youthful operator factor table. If you are between ages, or if you're under age 20 and you took driver's ed, then you have to multiply the cost of your insurance, that $954 that we just calculated, by 2.35. So almost 2.5 times what it would cost somebody over age 25. If you did not have driver's training, it costs 2.95 times as much, or almost 3 times as much, because you're underage and you did not, under age 20 and did not have driver's ed. So that's a huge cost increase, almost 3 times what it would cost someone over age 25. In this example, the person is 22, so she falls into the next row, and she did take driver's ed, so her factor is 2.1. If she didn't have driver's ed, it would have been 2.4. So that $954 that we just calculated on the previous screen gets multiplied by 2.1. So her annual premium is $2,003.40 instead of $954. So you can see in this example how the youthful or young person costs a lot more to insure than someone that's over age 25. All right. I'm going to stop the video there and then present the rest of this either tomorrow or in a separate video.